YouTube. So here I have a Hyundai Elantra. This is a 2016 1.8 liter, and I have posted videos in the past of the car having issues with it surging after running for a while, whenever it comes to a stop or sometimes while parked. And basically what was happening is the needle was going in like that, and it would sometimes even cause a problem when backing out of a parking place after shortly coming across this issue. But this problem, I wasn't sure what it was exactly, and I eventually threw a code for a map sensor. I replaced the map sensor, and well, the problems were still happening. The map sensor code went away, but I'm not too sure that that was the issue. Either way, I think that it just didn't have that exact same problem, and after so many resets, the code just went away on its own. But I then ran into an issue where whenever I started the car, it would start and then immediately die. And the only way that it would stay running was if I tapped the gas pedal. Even just one tap was enough to do it. So I replaced a camshaft position sensor, and I did not replace both because I assumed what is the likelihood of both going out. So what I did was I alternated between the two camshaft sensors on the exhaust side and replaced the intakes in the intake side. So essentially I troubleshooted camshaft sensors. I then replaced spark plugs. I did not replace coils because you really shouldn't have to replace a coil yet. But that did not solve my issue either. And I came across a Hyundai throttle body service cleaning guide. So you're going to find videos on YouTube of showing people how to remove the throttle body. That's not necessary to completely remove it from the car. So I'm going to show you a rundown of exactly what you have to do to do this. And this will solve your problem. I can almost guarantee it. If you're having a problem with a no start, a hard start, surging RPMs, etc., this is the answer that you've all been looking for. This is the reason people are having these issues. In my other YouTube videos, people are constantly asking, did you solve this? Did you solve this? I'm glad to say I finally have solved this. So I'm going to shut off the car and I'm going to show you what you got to do. You're going to have to excuse the traffic noise. But this is your throttle body right here. Okay. The Hyundai manual says to unplug it. I actually did not unplug it, but simply all you have to do, Phillips head screw or a 10mm socket to loosen this hose clamp, and the same thing at this hose clamp right here at the throttle body, and then remove this hose and throw it up right here. You're going to take off the engine cover. It just lifts off. It has 4 rubber grommets that hold it in place, and then as soon as this hose is moved, you're going to be able to see in the throttle body. And if you don't know what a throttle body is, it's basically a pipe with a flap. It's called the throttle plate, and that opens and closes. And what you're going to see is you're going to see basically a pipe with a blocked off intersection. Basically, whenever you press the throttle, this flap moves, allowing air to pass through the throttle body. So you're going to see that flap, and it's hinged on the sides. So you may see a little bit of brown around the edges of the throttle body. If you don't, that's okay. Okay, so you're going to take a 10mm and remove the 4 10mm bolts, one there, one there, one there, and one right down there. They're very easy to get to. This is a 20-minute job, by the way. So once that's the case, the throttle body will fall off, and there's just 2 coolant lines right down there that hold it on. Do not remove those coolant lines. It's not necessary. You're just going to pull the throttle body up, making sure that you do not, sorry, the loud truck. You're going to pull the throttle body up to about right here, making sure that you do not pull on the cables, the wires right here. And then you're going to look at the back side of the throttle body, and there you're going to see a black ring. With that black ring, what you want to do is you want to take throttle body cleaner and a rag and wipe it clean. Once you do that, reinstall the throttle body. You're going to want to get it completely clean, by the way. Reinstall the throttle body, reinstall your hose, and then you're going to want to come inside the car, and you're going to have to do a throttle body relearn procedure. The throttle body relearn procedure is where you turn on the key, and if you have push to start, you can send me an email and I will send you the procedure for push to start. But you're going to turn on the key for 10 seconds, not with the car running, just in the on position, at least 10 seconds. Then you're going to want to turn it to the off position for at least 10 seconds, and that will do throttle body learn mode. And from that point, you should no longer have issues with hard starts, surging RPMs, etc.